It's been a while since I smiled like to walk down the aisle and my heart beats like that of a child and I play with guns like turnstiles hoping they don't go off because if so, well, that's my ass getting nailed like Jesus the cross. Landmines, clear warpath, hands the time, refuse small talk. This is yours if you're not afraid to walk like a pup. I was afraid to bark, afraid of them eyes in the dark. Lonely roads make a weary heart, food for thought. White chalk make life dark like cakewalk. I take my cape off, words play off. Now back to my chaos like triage, leave you beeping soft. I'm Charles in charge, they still wondering who's the boss.
Welcome to the Smokin' Rhyme Show.
What are we here for? What do you truly want? When change is not enough, what do you do? What are we here for? What do you truly want? When change is not enough, what do you do? Let's talk about it, the problems we face. Let's fight hatred, no time to waste. The mind is naked, we can see it without an x-ray. Life is easy if we work together. We're the keepers, we're the people, we're all equal, filled with purpose. The past has pain, it'll drive you, even make you take aim. But together is where we should aim. Together is where we should. What are we here for? What do you truly want? When change is not enough, what do you do?
Listen to the Smokin' Rhyme Show. My name is Rex45.
Big E.
Oh, we're on every week with poetry.
Music and that cannabis talk.
Man, I forgot where I was for a hot second.
Yeah, you on the yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm saying your first poem of the opening, was the lemon pepper upon the chicken.
Okay, then. All right, that's what's up.
Yeah, for sure.
We like lemon pepper on chicken.
That's in a group of my favorites for sure.
All right, that's what's up. Well, if other people are feeling it, I'm going to be on Lizard Lounge on June 11th. I'll be the featured poet.
Oh, you seasoned. Okay, then you're ready.
The season is coming out.
He's prepped and ready.
Ready.
Ready if you are.
As them say. So what's going on, man?
Man, you know what? I'm loving the good weather.
All right.
Loving some of my sports teams. It's the year of love. Yeah.
Just some.
Love drinking, love smoking.
Okay.
I love a lot of stuff. Love my car.
Mm-hmm. Got love in the air, apparently.
Definitely.
That's what's up. Is there a young lady that's you singing those same praises to?
No.
Oh, okay.
Only things that love me back. Can't just give me some love for a second. Nah, all the time. My car love me all the time.
I love you all the time.
All the time.
Your weed love you all the time.
I turn her on every day. You know what I'm saying? So you know what it is. Instant gratification, my brother.
All right. No doubt.
The truth sounds weird sometimes, don't it?
I don't know. Well, that's your truth, man.
For sure.
Some people would disagree.
My car won't never take it back. She might break down on me, but I go take care of her.
Okay, then. All right. That's what's up. That's true love right there.
For sure.
Man never been loving machine before AI.
Definitely. When you can't walk, it'll drag you through. I tell you what, I can sleep in my car, but I can't drive the house. So you already know what it is.
All right, okay. I thought you were gonna drop a different analogy, but I'm glad you went that way. I was gonna wonder how you were gonna bring it to the young lady.
That is the furthest from my mindset. I
no doubt.
spent the majority of my young years chasing women. I'm retired now.
Okay, from the chase.
Yeah, I let them just fall in my lap. If they don't just fall in my lap, then no.
Do tell.
Really? Not
I
doing
see. I see.
No work.
Do they roll up on you?
Hey, look, seated, standing, one leg, pogo stick. I don't care.
All right.
Just come my way.
All right.
And then I will either confirm or deny my interest.
Okay. Is it like a list of questions you got that you go?
Well, I figured since the Me
Have
Too
you been
movement,
arrested?
I figured since the Me Too movement, I should be picky too. So you know what I'm saying?
I think before the Me Too movement.
I've been sexually harassed like 9 times in the last 3 days. I feel violated. And plan on getting violated more later.
Okay, then. Okay. All right.
Definitely.
So, men are getting violated for sure.
Yeah, definitely. You know, dating has changed. The woman pool has changed. People's thought process has changed. They're all.
Now, how do you feel about the women being aggressive, as you mentioned off air?
You can be aggressive, but you got to be aggressive in the right way.
Okay.
Aggressive.
What's the right way?
Aggressive to me is
Take notes, ladies.
you just tell me, look here, baby, I'm buying your drink. I don't care if you say yes or no. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, you can buy my drink. But don't start questioning me about my whole history. We ain't even had a drink yet.
What's your blood type?
Right? How many kids you got? You married? How old are you? I'm like, whoa. Would you like to know my name? You know what I'm saying? Didn't even ask that. So, you know, it is what it is. It's weird. It's real weird.
And I assume there's a lot of folks of mature age that are in the dating world now too, right? So
Walk right up on you, put the gut right on your elbow. What you doing? I'm sitting here. But you know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
No. Let me explain. You know, the most desirable are the ones who have the most foot traffic. The in-betweens are the in-betweens. You know what I'm saying? And then there's those who just don't give a damn.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It could be girl or guy. I'm not specifying.
Right.
Her, him, he, shim, whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Shaman Jaffet.
Yeah, all of them.
All
All of them. And don't you I heard you don't call them these people.
Right.
Yeah, these people? No.
From the beginning, we should have never been these people.
Yeah, well. See, my problem is that I'm not swimming in the dating pool.
Okay.
I just keep dipping my toes in it. And I'm like, nah, it ain't warm enough
You
yet.
didn't lose a toe yet, did you?
Nah, but it just ain't warm enough yet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Let the dating pool get warmer.
Okay. So now, what advice would you give for mature ladies that are in the dating world now? You know, how aggressive should they be?
All you need to do is sip alcohol and shut the F up. We'll be all right. Let's just enjoy this night. We can ask the questions later. We don't even know if we even vibe with each other. We might try to dance and you bumping your pelvis with your hip bone. You know what I'm saying? Things could not work. So let's start at the basics and feel each other out.
Gotcha.
If I can't be around you without saying nothing, then that means you're going to be asking me questions for the rest of my life.
Right. And so does it seem like these, do you think they're looking for like a one-night stand or they're looking for a long-term relationship?
No. The young lady from the other night told me she was going to marry me. Told me right to my face. She was going to marry me.
Does that work?
No, it doesn't. Because she's asking the wrong questions. I'm going to ask her, where do you work at? Where you live at? You know what I'm saying? What do you do with your spare time? Is this what you do every night? Because some people are in the bar every night. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against people drinking in the bar every night, but I take breaks. You know what I'm saying? Work week, I'll skip 5 days.
Okay.
And then just go crazy on the weekend.
All right.
So, you know. It's weird, man. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being out of the loop. Imagine if all of a sudden, boom, you were single. What would be your first thought to go meet somebody?
You're asking me?
Yes. What would be your first thought? First place you would say, you know what? And wherever you say, I'm gonna let you know it ain't the same no more.
Well, there's no place. I don't think I would probably go anywhere. I would probably be looking at racetracks and where I can do. You know, I'll be on a world tour.
And if you're lucky, you'll bump into one at Whole Foods. You'll be all right. Depends on which Whole Foods you go to, too.
You know what I mean? So no, I think that, you know, I don't want to say. I think it's better when you meet somebody by accident, right? When not necessarily when you try to go force it, because I don't think when you try to force it, it works.
Well,
I think
I've had a couple of setups that was okay, but
yeah, that might work for sure. But when you're at the bar thinking you're going to find somebody, or wherever you think you're going to go find somebody, normally you don't find people in the places you think you're going to find. I think it's usually just random. But we are also in a place where things are more digital, and it's more weird for people to talk to strangers to talk to each other on the streets or wherever nowadays.
Why are you talking to me face to face? Just text me. Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying? So-
that's weird too. Because when I get people's numbers, I'm like, do I call this person? Does that seem like I'm thirsty, or do I just shoot them a text? Hey, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Do I send them the eggplant? I don't know, bro.
I don't think you're supposed to ever send the eggplant.
I don't know. I thought you sent the 2 eggplants or 2 splash emojis, and this was on and popping. I don't know.
I think that you have to wait for a while for that.
All right, well, you know,
I think, but I could be wrong. I mean, let us know, ladies, if you think how soon the eggplant should come out.
yeah, the eggplant and the wet. Yeah, the dating world's crazy, man. I'm not into the apps, so you know what it is.
You know what it is. You're listening to the Smokin Rhyme Show. My name is Rex45.
Big E.
Take another smoking rhyme, another smoking rhyme. Take another smoking rhyme, another. We don't smoke like you do, but when we do, it's alright. When I do, it's alright. I don't smoke like you do, but when I do, it's alright. Hey, marijuana. Don't believe that you're free from slavery. You're not free. You're not free. Them take the shackles off your feet now, but mentally things hazy. You're not free. Hey, marijuana. Don't believe that you're free from slavery. You're not free. You're not free. Them take the shackles off your feet now, but mentally things hazy. You're not free. Smoking rhymes. I don't smoke like you do, but when I do, it's alright. When I do, it's alright. I don't smoke like you do, but when I do, it's alright. Take another sip, oh well. Take another and another and another. Take another sip, oh well. And another. And another. Take another sip, oh well. And another. Take another sip, oh well. And another. Smoking rhymes. I don't smoke like you do, but when I do, it's alright. When I do, it's alright. Smoking rhymes don't smoke like you do, but when we do, it's alright. When I do, it's alright. We don't smoke like you do, but when we do, it's alright. When I do, it's alright. I don't smoke like you do, but when I do, it's alright. Smoking rhymes. Take another smoking rhyme. Smoking rhymes. Take another.
Hey yo, this is Joe Sauceda, and you're listening to the Smokin Rhyme Show with Big E and Rexy45.
These are good people.
Keep reggae. A judgment time again, a realistic time again. The new world order, them Illuminati, this have been destroying children. A judgment time again, a realistic time again. The new world order, them Illuminati, this have been destroying children. Me and them a
plan figure launch and attack party. People them a burn them constantly. Me say a plot, them a plot. Say every day Babylon them a set them trap far away. Me say fi watch out for them. Artists and corona flash I know for them. Hope you know where's no get blind out to them. No fi read so you can know design out to them. Babylon with them brainwash education. Microchips and satellite fi watch your location. Babylon cause the situation. Make so much people a dead. A judgment time again. A reality time again. The new world order. Them Illuminati decide to destroy the children. A judgment time again. A reality time again. The new world order. Them Illuminati decide to enslave the children. It gets sticky in a Gideon. Get to youth get lost because illusion, confusion, manipulation. People misinterpret the situation. Yeah, Babylon have them plan to misuse them. Then them twist and then turn and confuse them. Tell them only lies, then refuse them. Babylon I use them like tool them. Me tell you say, you have to protect your children them because dirty Babylon no abide by their own laws. Put gun in a them and then kill them off and see them die for a cause.
Yo, this is Naba for real, and you are listening to Smokin' Rhymes with Rexy 45 and Big E.
Biggest music.
Hey, yo, big yards. Them say we got freedom of speech, but not freedom after speech. I go, let me tell you something. Give me freedom. Choose my destiny. Give me freedom. Now steal my liberty. Give me freedom. You are your remedy. Give me freedom. Freedom. No classify me under your rule. Your education under your school. Long time you take with your fool and make the ghetto use Babylon a footstool. Long time you are put in a chain. In this time you are put it in a brain. So many ghetto use taking container. Lion you can't tame. Give me freedom. Choose my destiny. Give me freedom. Now steal my liberty. Give me freedom. You are your remedy. Give me freedom. Babylon, we can't take no more. You're always on the streets to victimize the poor. You now bring justice when you declare your law. But people cannot ignore. Me tell you so. I strange things, Babylon I bring strange things. Control the world and I try rearrange things. Every day them say them I go change things, but you new world hard and never working. Give me freedom. Choose my destiny. Give me freedom. Now steal my liberty. Give me freedom. You are your remedy. Give me freedom.
Hey, what's up? I'm Chanel Kazadi, and you're listening to Smokin' Rhyme Show with Rex 45 and Big E. Let's get it!
It's mind over matter. My mind decides what matters, and then my ignorance shatters to a million pieces. Me, I would rather listen to children than preachers. In fact, children are our greatest teachers. Pure innocence in the form of creatures free from the domestication of the rest of the nation. Their mind state is pure. Free from the so-called rules that would blur our vision. In fact, culture and law are our prison. They prevent the true you from living in this moment of now. Some think in time, but how? A second does not exist. Just like ignorance is not bliss. So stop ignoring, 'cause sleeping is boring. Sleeping is boring, and half of these people are snoring. That's why we still call. That's why we still warring, killing our mother, the earth, the land that fertilized the birth of man. From dirt and sand, life expand like lightning, man. I used to think life was frightening and creepy, but that was when my inner sage was sleepy. Now I sit with shamans in my teepee, where my mind is my TV. It lets me see how divine we be. When I read and dream, my mind expand beyond time and land, and I find my mind is grand and design my hand so I can grasp reality. Created sexuality just for duality. Death, so I could appreciate immortality. See, life is a kernel. A seed, much like a kernel. When you learn it expand like popcorn and the you and I verse. One word started it all. Just think in reverse. And see that one thought was there first.
You're listening to the Smokin' Rhyme Show. My name is Rex45.
Big E.
We're on the mic every week with poetry.
Music and that cannabis talk.
Man, what's going on, man?
Well, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The temperature's rising. Summer's getting close.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like summer out there.
It does.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. It's nice when it's above 70. Turn the heat off.
Now that it's officially springtime, how are you dealing with any allergies?
No. They gave me the good stuff. I don't have any allergies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel bad for folks that do. I know it's not easy.
Yeah, I try to thug it out, until I can't breathe at all.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. All right.
I feel like that makes me have an easier summer. If I go straight to the drugs, then that means I got to be popping them all summer.
Right. Makes sense to at least try to give yourself a little bit of resistance.
Yeah, trying to build up some more immunity on my own.
Speaking of resistance, Donald Trump is officially running and officially
He
doing
got a
interviews.
treadmill? He's into exercise?
He wants to get reelected as
I see. Yeah.
president of US of A.
I mean, I guess if he pays to settle his cases, then he's all set. Isn't that how court works?
Didn't he get found guilty for something? I think the other day.
He's given up $5 million to a lady who accused him of assaulting her in a dressing room or something like that.
Yes, that's because the New York state has changed the statute of limitation on rape cases.
Well, there you go.
So
but he paid the fines or whatever. I don't know how it works, but it was $5 million. I'm pretty sure he just wrote a check. So that's
he'll probably appeal it.
Well, I don't know. If he wants it taken care of before he starts his presidential run.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't know.
Yeah, man. No, it's amazing that the amount of support he has, and even though Ron DeSantis was trying to get into the mix, I think he just keeps tripping over his two left feet. Like I keep smacking into this mic stand.
You see that he cut all of those illegal immigrants working, and there was like 300 people that had to leave the construction site. And they're like, we don't know where to get these dudes from.
Right.
Because now it's illegal for them to even be working for them.
Right.
So I'm just like, hey, everything's just screeched to a halt right there.
It's amazing.
There's plenty of videos online.
The amount of things one goes through, in this case, Ron DeSantis, to me, to just, run for president or to stay into office. I mean, I think there's people that's looking at him and be like, there's something not right there.
I keep saying to them, be careful what you wish for. These people help us out and take jobs and work hard, and they're part of the community.
Yep.
I mean, without them, who gonna do that?
Right.
You gonna do it?
They're not gonna do it.
No, they're not. So the people complaining about it are not the people that benefit the most from it.
And the thing in this part is, he's just trying to make a political statement. He's affecting, who
Trying to show he's tough on immigration.
Yeah, that's all that is. And because it's, these guys or gals have been working and doing these jobs forever. So it's not like he didn't know about it. It's just now he's doing something about it, which is.
But the whole Florida is foreign. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing but Cuban and Mexican. There's everything down there.
Yes,
everything.
there is. Yes, there is.
There's all the Caribbean islands is there. I'm like, nobody who's there is from there.
Right. Well,
everybody moved there from someplace else.
I think the foreigners that disagree with Ron DeSantis, well, you have to become a citizen if you're a foreigner, and then you have to go vote. So if you're a foreigner, you have to become a citizen, and hopefully you are, and then go vote, because you're gonna have to help get this dude out of office.
Well, I would have went to those people on the work site and I would have said, if you have given more than $100,000 to taxes, you can get your citizenship free.
Right.
Because you've been paying in on everything for all this time. So just hook them up. Why not?
Okay.
I mean, ain't nobody on this soil was here. Everybody is treading on somebody else's ground.
No, I get that part, but I think that it makes sense to come through the proper channels, because I think folks coming into the country is no different than folks going into your house and just saying, "Hey, I want to take it."
There's a lot of that going on.
I will say that. I mean, because it does. It's a numbers game, right? We all got to, more people work and pay taxes, the more things can get done, right? The less people that do this, and so it makes sense to have a controlled environment. I mean, that's why countries work to a degree, because if we all fend for self, there'll be chaos, and so I think that when you have folks just coming into the country not willy nilly, because they're putting their lives on the line for it. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying they're just waking up and just hopping over the border like nothing. They're definitely putting the risk in their lives, and some are losing their lives to do it. But it is one of those things where I feel like there's always strength in numbers, and I know some of these countries have really bad issues. But I've said this on the show before. It's like, if we band together as people, we can overcome a lot of things. And when we don't, because you think about the amount of people that's willing to risk their lives to come to the U.S. or other countries, in other places in the world.
If living at home is a risk in your life, then.
But no, what I'm saying is all the folks that are risking their lives, if they work together where they're from, change can happen. I mean, we're still trying to change the U.S., and we've been fighting for change for a very long time now. And it's not like things are perfect here in the U.S., for everyone. You know what I mean? And so there is, and that's getting, pushed to the side, because, you have a lot of people coming through that are taking attention and resources, and, the things that are being fought for here, are, I mean, you look at, what black folks have to do right now, and how we have to fight for things right now. And then to this day, where you would think we wouldn't have to. Right. So it's not to sit here and say, like, the folks coming in, they got to fight for their rights the same way we would have to. But then they also have to become, legit to be able to fight for their rights. And so it's like, if you can't, and this thing about like Massachusetts trying to say we should allow non-citizens to vote, that's a mistake. That shouldn't happen, because folks have to be able to become a citizen to vote. I mean, that's the rules and that's what it is. So it's like, yeah, these folks that come in that get the cash, get the money and all that stuff, they can't participate in the system to change Florida, right? You think about Florida, it's like there's probably enough non-citizens down there to probably change the demographic of Florida. But since they can't vote, they can't have a say. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's great to come in and get the resources, but you can't help set policies. And now your kids can, because obviously if they're born here and they become citizens and so forth, then they will be able to do it. But there's a bunch of folks here that can't help shape policies because they can't vote.
Well, I'm saying, I know people for 40 years in the neighborhood, they worked hard, gave up their taxes, they wasn't citizens. You know what I'm saying? You've been here 40 years. I think it should be an easier path for you to get to that.
Oh, for sure. I think a lot of people don't want to become. I didn't want to become a citizen for a while. I mean, honestly, I didn't. When I was younger, I didn't want to become a citizen. I was fortunate it came through proper channels, but I didn't want to be. And it was only until I, was like, okay, I can't be sitting here complaining about politics and all this stuff and do nothing. And I became a citizen so I can vote. I mean, that's the only reason why I became a citizen, is to be able to sit here and say, okay, well, I have a say, because, if we just sit here and complain about it, then, you know what I'm saying, not much is going to get done when we're just complaining. But now when you sit here saying, hey, you can vote Ron DeSantis out of office, or you can vote whoever out of office, or you can, then it matters. I mean, and that happens in any country. I mean, you look at China, you look at all these places where they got a whole bunch of people, and you got not even an eighth of the people controlling you, and it's just like, and I'm not sitting here saying uprising is what we need, but listen, man, if the people running a place and you're working hard and they're taking your money and they're giving you shit. You know what I'm saying? And so the folks that in these South America countries, it's just like, yo, there's a whole bunch of y'all. They can't kill all of y'all at once, and that's the facts. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, yo, you're risking your life to come here, and then when you come here, companies are gonna treat you like you're not gonna necessarily have a good boss. Most folks don't have a good boss, and it's just a role. It's just like, yo, you're better off trying to change your country. So,
Yeah. Well, a lot of places ask that question about a lot of places. Why is there a majority of your group here and back home that isn't running right? Return home with what knowledge and benefits you have and try to make it better. I mean, if enough of you go back, then there you go.
No, seriously, it is. Look, there's not a lot of people that want to put their lives on the line, right? Because you have to. But if you're putting your life on the line to come here, and there's a good percentage of y'all that are not surviving, or when you come here, you're getting treated pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? You're working off debt, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting here saying I don't get it, because most people want to run, but it's just like in this day and age, if there are 1,000 bad men and there are 10,000 people, the odds are in your favor. If there's 100,000 bad men and there's 1 million people, the odds are in your favor.
You only need one bad man.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? But if we're gonna continue to be bullied and let people bully you, then and the people are gonna try. For sure people are gonna try. But if that continues to happen, then yeah, people are gonna flee. But you gotta stand. That's all I can say. My name's Rex45.
Big E.
We're on the mic every week with poetry,
music, and that cannabis talk.
Let's get into that real talk, as they say, Big E.
Show, you made this? Why my mom playing tricks on me? Feel like some niggas I'm with trying to send hits on me. That's probably why I gotta ride with this on me. I ain't out here trying to die, let her on me. Why my mom playing tricks on me? They say you gotta pick a side, watch them switch on me. I seen a couple niggas die that was big homies. I know they wanna do, I cry when it gets lonely. Why my mom playing tricks? Got me feeling funny now, I'm riding with this hard to find inside the whip. I be on some shit, I ain't getting lined by I be watching for the haters more than the time on my wrist. Choose a side, seen them look me in my eye and go the other way. Just to chill with niggas that told and get high in another state. 40 and 32 ain't the size of a waist. My was 20, took 45 on an open case. The streets will leave you lonely, it took a lot of the homies. Used to think we'll make it ball on a Cuban matching a rollie. We was really trying to smash through the glass and grab a trophy. And if you ain't in pictures from my past, you don't know me. It's funny how that money have you overthinking. Imagine trying to line you for the soda bacon. Hallucinating like I took me a drug, I'm kinda faded. Cause I done seen them showing fake love and call them hate. While my mom playing tricks on me. Feel like some niggas I'm with trying to send hits on me. That's probably why I gotta ride with this on me. I ain't out here trying to die, let a on me. While my mom playing tricks on me. They say
I'm a winner, baby. This one is shit in my blood. I'm a winner, baby. And these motherfuckers hate it.
Yeah. You ain't seeing where it start, where this shit begin. I've been lifting weights, I've been in the gym, I've been working out, now it's time to win. I've been on some other shit, I've been maxing out, I've been getting big, only hit my line if you get it in, now it's time to win. Look, time and time again, pressure comes around, we don't break a bend. I've been doing numbers like it never ends, now it's time to win. Now it's time to win, now it's time to win. Ooh, win. Now it's time to win, now it's time to win. You ain't see how much I hustle just to pay the rent. I got bigger bills, still I'm shooting jumpers, working in the paint. Now it's time to win. Really, what the f*** you think this is? Ain't no magic pill, I had to get my own just to fit the bill. Going independent, no one cutting deals. No, monetize your clout. Run up all the numbers in your bank account. So many zeros I can't even count. Don't be a hero, you are just a mouse. I've been in my chamber training for the bout. Hyperbolic time I can do without. No, you get the vibe that I'm giving out. No, I feel alive even in the drought. Remember riding on the back roads, thinking it's in a lasso. Same loop, just a different show. Man, we all know that don't mean I ain't a boss though. I could do it, pay the cost, bro. I had to get out my comfort zone. I had to do this shit dolo. Don't see too many around me. I've been moving around so much, I don't even lack on the downbeat. Been talking about me, been done doubt me. Lost money by the thousands, still resilient, ask about me. Go get it done.
The agent.
Young, black, and witty as so you can join in the club. Pushing they luck, my niggas 40 it up. Ridiculed by niggas 40 and up. Time's up now, surely it's us. Time ticket to the album drop. Euro with the bread like a hero with the fixes. DMT flipping with the arms like a Nero. Shot like Rick Fox when I parlay with the Vixens. Breaking like Turbo at the shop with the broomstick. Mitigate the 8 balls pushing by the pool stick. Dash like Stacy with the cash, got him clueless. Cherry on top, I can do without the cool whip. Born in mid-May, I can do without the bullshit. Maneuver with your niggas when it pool. Stick to the cool. Still bound by unspoken rules. Your lanes ain't tough, y'all approachable. Don't let this game get the best of you. School of hard knocks and they testing you. They don't want these problems, I don't expect them to. Beef and brock, I turn to vegetables. I turn to vegetables. Don't let this game get the best of you. They don't want these problems, I don't expect them to. Beef and brock, I turn to vegetables. Gotta kill the game, moving at my tempo. Gotta stop drinking, thinking to ease my mental. Malcolm with the rifle pointed out the window. Think it's so simple, let me remind you that my flow's so cold. My mind is a full logo. Out of state trips, you niggas to a local. Sure hope you get the message when we send it to you. Sometimes it gotta hit your mans when we meant it for you. Suited up, we attending the Oscars. Pot stickers and lobster, we eating gravy. All of us authentic, so they rock with us. Blaine, I hate y'all niggas like SWAT stickers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pot Cafe. Roll, light, smoke, hands. Roll, light, smoke, hands. Roll, light, smoke, hands. Roll, light, smoke. Break the Spanish down in my rollie and I'm scrolling it up. We put the whole 7 in it, you ain't holding it up. Hitting 12 in the lane while we sparking it up. Rexy 45 and Big Eaters who the city show love. But the city been waiting, we been cooking and baking. Planning, putting that cake in, plotting, moving and shaking. LeBron, Steph Curry with the rock, shake the pot. This some big boss cannabis talk, cultural elevation.
Ain't no telling where we taking this thing from here. It's 420 in this world somewhere. Outside, say rolling it up. Up north, stay rolling it up. What's up? Ain't no telling where we taking this thing from here. If you feeling me, put one in. stay rolling it up. East Coast, stay rolling it up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, welcome. You know what it is, Pot Cafe time. You know the rules. Roll one, smoke one, but I ain't telling you what to do. Do what you want to do. So now we know that the playoffs is in full swing right now.
Right.
So it's a great time for the NBA to come out with clarification on the rules against marijuana. Now they've allowed them. They're no longer being tested for THC.
Okay.
Or CBD.
Mm-hmm. Which is all good.
Exactly, but it's not just the testing part that they're worried about. They're worried about the promotion of marijuana brands and how much will they be able to invest in marijuana companies or brands? So there's a lot more involved in that. I feel like that they shouldn't endorse it at all because, I mean, come on now. Every kid's gonna be like, I'm smoking on that LeBron. Come on, that's just, I feel like it would benefit. I mean, it would be very popular, but I think it would be going to the wrong demographic.
If the NBA players were advertising marijuana?
Yes, definitely.
If they had their own cannabis companies?
Say, for instance, this strain that comes out called KD.
Right, but I don't think you have any. I mean, I can create a strain and call it KD, right?
Right.
So I don't think that's.
I don't know,
but I agree with you.
Can you use? You can't legally use
you can call
likeness like that.
Oh yeah. It's not likeness. It's a strain.
It's their name, though.
Yeah, it's not likeness. Like there's other Kevin Durant's out there. There's other, well, there might not be another LeBron. Well, there might be another LeBron James now. But no, I think that you can. That's not a problem. If you took LeBron James' face and stuck it up next to the bud, now that's one thing. But if the thing is just called, LBJ or whatever, however he goes or whatever, or KD,
his initials, or it's like a symbol, like Tom Brady had the little symbol.
Yeah. I think all that's fine. You can have a Tom Brady strain, and Tom Brady can't do nothing about it.
Well, they're saying that NBA. Well, wasn't there a suit where Skittles was trying to sue because they were using the Skittle names on packaging?
Yeah, I think probably. Yeah, that's different though. Because it's in the name, and the name is trademark. You know what I'm saying?
And they felt like they were marketing it to children. That's why.
But I agree with you that NBA players shouldn't do cannabis commercials because kids will see that. But I also if they're listening to hip hop music, they already talk about cannabis in the music. So it's not to say it's not to say it's not going to be there either. Or they're not going to hear about it. So I don't want to just single out NBA players, but still, I do agree with you that a lot of kids are going to look up to NBA players. So
I would say cannabis is on the list of illicit substances talked about in rap music because lean and all that other stuff is way up there.
Right, exactly. So but no, I.
Well, the NBA is saying that players will not be able to promote marijuana companies under the new collective bargaining agreement. And,
And again, I agree with that. I do agree with that. I think if you're a former player and you have a cannabis, it's crazy because again, but I don't want to single out the NBA again because kids just doesn't look up to NBA players, NFL or hockey players or sports players in general. They look up to other people too. So I definitely don't want to. I know the NBA is only responsible for its league. I get it. And they can only do their part. I get that as well.
Well, they said they're going to allow them to passively invest in the industry. What does that mean? Passively let you invest? Does that mean you could just be a money man, not the face of the company?
Exactly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You can make money from it, but you just can't. Which I think makes sense. The thing about it is this, right? There's a lot of artists, athletes and artists now that are in a lot of companies or invest in a lot of companies, and we don't hear about them now. Like folks who were into Uber and they weren't doing Uber commercials.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So folks were, so I don't think that they need to now all of a sudden be on the face of cannabis, because a lot of these other companies, they got their money in these tech companies. They're not sitting out here rocking tech shirts like, hey, look at me.
Well, basically it would just be a cannabis company buying your name, so you're just going to receive a check for it anyway.
Well, I assume
put in no work.
I assume you're putting the money up too. You're an investor, not just the name. But again, you know what I'm saying? It's tricky. But like I said, it's, I think about the kids, right? And that's the only reason why I roll on the side of like, performers shouldn't be endorsing cannabis products either, or actors, or anyone that someone's gonna look up to, really, because that's in the light like that, right? Because me endorsing a cannabis company, nobody knows who I am.
Because nowadays a lot of athletes are role models for these kids.
Yeah, for sure.
We got kids basing their lives on the stupid stuff they do. That's why the John Morant thing was such an issue.
Right. No, I completely agree. So, could players smoke and they shouldn't be fined and all that? Yes. Investing in companies. If you got a company, you don't have to talk about your investments like that. Just and you probably shouldn't do. If you're investing in something and then you have to do commercials about that, you might not be a good investment.
Yeah. Well, we know that athletes have lost millions in investments on stupid deals. Big baby Glenn Davis, I'm assuming he was retired when he tried to start his cannabis thing. He got arrested at one point in time for transporting cannabis, and I don't know where he's at this point in time, but just think smart when you're doing things. You're not making moves in the hood. You're starting a business, a professional business where you got lawyers backing you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what the rules and regulations are. That's the first thing you look up. What's the rules in my area or where I want to start the business at?
All right. You would think so. I mean, look, people lose money, right? That's not, people start businesses and a lot of business fail. 90% of the businesses fail. So losing money is not, I'm not saying it's not a big thing. It is a big thing, but I don't want to pick on Glenn for that. But you're right about, crossing your T's and dotting your I's and such, because, and even when you do that, businesses still fail. But if you got some money and you feel you have a good product, or if you got a good product and you have no money, you definitely should do your homework and tread lightly.
They said the 1 and 2 worst investments for athletes used to be a car wash and a nightclub.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's more like crypto and some other stuff. So, I mean, cats are losing millions of money. They're thinking they're making good investments and losing millions of dollars. Man.
Yeah, man. No, it's
you get the quick Bernie Madoff and Madoff with your money.
Yeah, no, people are losing their money, and people are getting got because a lot of if you're not a techie and you invested in tech, you better start learning about tech. To really understand what can go wrong, because when somebody says something is foolproof in tech, there's nothing foolproof in tech.
You ain't met all the fools yet.
So, when people tell you, oh, they can't track your stuff, this app it can't track, all of a sudden they can track you.
Right.
It's no.
We know where you are.
Yeah. Do not buy into it.
Right. But going along with the NBA is Nevada sports regulators are stop penalizing their fighters over marijuana too, as well.
All right.
So I mean, it's making progress, man. Going across the line. I mean, as far as relaxation, I've never known marijuana to enhance my athletic ability, except for sometimes I see stuff in slow motion. But I'm just saying. It's not like an enhancer like that. So I don't understand why it's the issue in sports. You know what I'm saying? If you get in there high and get your behind whooped boxing, well.
I think it's just, I think marijuana is used as a weapon to, put black people in their place. So that's why it found its way in sports and such. You look at people in corporate America, we're not penalized the same way for cocaine and these kind of drugs. But you saw a lot of players back in the day and as of recently of probably a couple of years, if not a year ago, lose money because of marijuana, and that's what it is. I mean, you look at black folks who are getting arrested, even if there was a black guy, white guy selling drug in the same neighborhood, selling drugs to each other. The black dude get arrested and he's getting federal charges, and the white guy gets arrested, he's getting state charges.
He get misdemeanor.
So that's been the weapon, and now it's so commercialized, and so now people understand it more, that you really can't demonize it the way it was. So it's hard to sit here and say when your college kid is smoking marijuana and you're a judge or in making policy, and then you have to make policy about strangers. You have to look at it like, okay, well, we can't be beating people up when my kid is smoking marijuana these days. So I do think that like I said, it was used as a weapon, and now they're trying to undo it and unravel it in such a way that certain people make money from it, right?
I keep telling you, it's like slavery, bro. You're a slave to the money, and instead of a whip, they're gonna write you up.
Right.
They're gonna make you do something. I mean, I'm a drug test you. You better get back in there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same, man. We gotta break the loop, forge our own.
Right.
And once that's done, y'all call me, because I'm tired. I'm trying to retire.
No doubt. That is the end of the Pod Cafe.
Yes, sir, it is.
Big E about to try to retire.
Yeah, well, you see all these athletes about to get into cannabis. You snooze, you lose. Jump on the train before it's gone.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Get better, grace up a better place. You should never decide. I keep on my grace on my better days. The beast, the miss. Life is so far away. You guys make this sacrifice if you want to survive. We own no right to life, and why do we have to strive if we almost die? Life is a piece of shit. Story before glory. Why go for peace? Life is so full of sense. Crocodile tears and lies. Music never dies. Oh yo 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 yo. Oh no 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 no. Oh yo 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 yo. Oh no 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 no. Oh yo 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 yo. Oh no 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 no. Oh yo 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 yo. On the low, long thing on the low. On the low, long thing on the low. I be the music messiah. I be the music messiah. On the low, long thing on the low. On the low, long thing on the low. Anything that actually come to pass, cause I make a sound that never dies. Oh yo 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 yo. Oh no 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 no. Oh yo 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 yo. Oh no 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 no. Oh yo 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 yo. Oh no 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 no. Oh yo 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 yo. Young homie Dag. Tryna get it all, yeah, I'm tryna get it all. Tryna get it all, yeah, I'm tryna get it all. Tryna get it all, tryna get it all. Tryna get it all, yeah, I'm tryna get it all. Kissing on my dreams, feels like I'm insane. Wake up every day, tryna numb this pain. I got dreams to build and a bill to pay. I gotta elevate it, not to feel the same. Y'all get sure that you see the new me. Sure can see my hood, wanna be like me. That's why all these niggas tryna style me. I do what it takes to be the real man. I know about people who just got it all. That's why I don't wanna make a fall. I don't go to sleep and you'll find me snoring. If you ain't gonna make it, walk through the door. Do you know how it feels like to be ignored by the same people who you wanna show the love? I'm tryna make this money and feed my dog. No, I don't care about nothing, I'm just myself. Tryna get it all, yeah, I'm tryna get it all. Tryna get it all, yeah, I'm tryna get it all. Tryna get it all, yeah, I'm tryna get it all. Tryna get it all, yeah, I'm tryna get it all. Tryna get it all, yeah, I'm tryna get it all.
Tryna get it all, yeah, I'm tryna get it all. Tryna get it all, tryna get it all. Tryna get it all, yeah, I'm tryna get it all. What if tomorrow next I am dead? I've been starving just to see this brighter day. Do myself the favors, now I'm getting paid. I worked all my losses, not to miss the same. Gun down your homie cause he got a fame. Why you worry about them niggas who don't vibe with me? My own blessed in the back of me. Even all these angels trying to fool on me. I'm a young nigga trying to be a star.
I keep trying to figure out how I got myself here. See, the last thing I remember, I was driving down a Bland, Texas highway. I admit, I switched lanes with no notice. I was smoking a cigarette, which I knew, of course, would kill me eventually. I just never imagined for the life of me, or at least the life that used to be inside of me, that it would lead to my death like this. I asked him why I was being arrested. I asked him why I was being arrested. I asked him why I was being arrested, and then I asked him 11 more times. Last year, they told me a man in Staten Island killed himself with a noose made of police officers' arms. They said he died after saying, "I can't breathe," 13 times. I guess I should have known better. Should have known not to go all broken record, not to repeat myself like history. Should have known how quick they'd be to Victor White me. I should have known how quick they'd be to Victor White me, how they would stop, search, and arrest me, then still have the nerve to claim I killed myself with something I smuggled in. For him, a gun. For me, a large pile of weed. They said I smoked my way into an early grave inside of one of their jail cells. That I got so high, I mistook myself for a ceiling fan, fixed myself back into place in the same square-shaped casket they found Khalif Browder's body in. But I guess somehow I was made to believe that blackness in this woman body would be different. I didn't realize the difference would be in the silence about what happened to it. I got so used to hearing the premature eulogies of black men blared across CNN that I forgot about the family trees missing limbs that looked like me. See, we seldom hear the funeral tears black mothers cry over the kin they birthed in their own image. And I admit, I wasn't paying attention because I didn't think you would hear a single sound that came from my mother's throat, yet somehow in my death, she was given a megaphone mouth to mourn with. People spoke my story, but the moment I stopped being able to speak for myself, they marched in the streets with banners bearing my name, even though they had to Google other dead black women to hashtag beside it. And this is the place I keep trying to figure out how I got myself to. How I found a seat with my name on the tip of so many of your tongues, a seat so many of my sisters were denied when they were forced in death to stand in the same margins they did in life. I mean, there had to be something that I did different. Maybe I sang the Grim Reaper's tune in a pitch you could all hear. Maybe my voice had more baritone and you mistook it for another one of the boys and decided to care. I mean, there had to be something different about my dying, something that would make a black woman poet finally write a poem about a black woman's death, even though she had to use my voice to do it. I guess hers was still hoarse after shouting her fear of having a black son. I mean, there had to be something I did to get myself here. And I can't shake the feeling that if I could just remember what it is that did to make you all remember me, even though I died in this black hole we call a black woman's body, that maybe there's something I could tell my sisters to do too that would make you all remember them.
You listen to the Smokin' Rhyme Show. My name is Rex45.
Big E.
We're on every week with poetry,
music, and that cannabis talk.
Less racing is going on.
Yeah, that's it. Alternate weekend.
Right. Warriors eliminated from the playoffs.
You're done.
Bye-bye.
A lot of people,
Is it
Milwaukee made the early departure, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Dropping like flies.
New York Knicks.
Yeah. They...
Suns.
I was going to say they did a valiant effort, but nah. What team? I wonder what team we're rooting for.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, the West has been interesting.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the Lakers just started playing for real.
Mm-hmm. I did say they had a chance.
Like they were supposed to have played all year long. Like they was expected to play all year long. But, they took on the tall task of the Warriors and finished them.
Now, do you think all the folks that talked bad about the Lakers and teams that they might have thought would have made it, that have made it this far?
No, it just makes
Should they lose their jobs?
No, it just makes it more interesting.
Should they be called out?
No, because it's just their opinion. You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing until it actually happens. So you can talk all you want. When it comes down to game time, that man shows you he's that guy, then what you going to do? Tell him he's not, even though you just won. Yeah. You can't do that. So, you know what I'm saying? As long as Anthony Davis is healthy, they on and popping.
Now, a lot of people gave Anthony Davis flack for taking the wheelchair back to get checked out.
Hey, whatever, man. Whatever works.
Yeah, in this day and age, we know people who have been concussed. Former players clowning them, and it's just like, yo, take it. He wants to take it serious. It looks bad. I think he knows it's gonna look bad, but if he didn't feel like he could walk, and he's a big dude, so it's not like it's me and the coach and the assistant coach or the two assistants can carry me. He's a big dude.
Look, a dude fell one time, and on his way down, he kneed me in the side of my calf. I thought I was going to die. A big bump rose up out the side of my leg. My muscle contracted. I couldn't point my toe. Yo, I thought I was going to die. There wasn't no way I was walking nowhere. Right. They carried me off and just dumped me on the side of the basketball court. And somebody got me some ice. I was done.
Yeah.
And after I iced it, it went down. It was sore for weeks, but I was straight. But I know exactly how he feels. Look, man, get the wheelchair. Once they gave him some treatment in the back, he was good.
That's the best way to get to the airport these days. They don't care how old you are. Just request a wheelchair.
Hey, you know what? I was thinking that too, but after I traveled with a family member in a wheelchair, I was like, nah, we got to wait till the end for them to come get you.
Nah, but they get you when you taking off. They get you first. You just got to walk off the plane. See, if you got if you know you're flying in an airport that has always a long line to get through, request a wheelchair.
Man, yo, my ankle be swole 3 hours plus on any plane. So when I get off, they always be like, "Sir, do you need a chair?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good. Just let me warm this joint up." Going up the jet bridge, limping.
No doubt. They're already talking about football.
Yeah, talking about scheduling. Talking about doing something big
Aaron
for Tom
Rodgers.
Brady.
Yes.
He might sign a one-day contract and retire a Patriot.
Right.
Larry Nance tried to jump the gun and said he wants to announce for it. Please let him come through. He called Bill Kraft.
All right.
So you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's a pretty dope thing.
Yeah, well, my love for football has waned in the
the last few years.
Yeah, so
for sure.
I remember I used to make an effort to watch every game on Sunday and then watch the Monday night game. Now I really don't even care. Yeah. I'll just check the scores later.
Yeah, pretty much.
It seems like a big use of my time.
Well, also that's it right there. It's like kind of like I value my time so much more these days that there's other things I would rather be doing. And if it's a matter of me doing something, I have to be like tired to go. I might watch the Super Bowl for sure, but I have to be tired, and football game actually has to be on. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna go ride my motorcycle, or I'm not gonna go do this because I want to watch football. No.
Well, mine's is usually I just worked 4 doubles in a row, and I'm like, do I watch football or do I take this nap real quick?
Nap time. Night.
Sometimes you gotta tap out, man. If the body's that calling for it, you gotta do it.
Speaking of, my name is Rex45.
Big E.
It is time to tap out. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button. Follow us on all the platforms, Smokin' Rhymes.
Triple thumbs up on them.
Triple thumbs up for real, because we are triple threat. My name is Rex45.
Big E.
Peace.
Yeah.